There is obviously a major transformation occurring in our economy. In these moments of transformation, there are often a significant reorganization of economic relativity. So what I mean by that is that the economy is most often viewed in terms of our individual income, our individual cash, our individual wealth position. What I want to do is just take a second to recognize that if we remove the numbers from the equation, if we remove our specific attachments to our revenue, to the cash we have in the bank, or to our net worth, and we look at the economy from the perspective of a system of relativity, what is occurring at this time is a massive reorganization of our position in the economy relative to other people's positions. There's no debating the fact that there are poor people and there are rich people, and at any given time, there are numbers that represent what poor and rich mean. But if we look at the economy from the perspective of economic ratio, you exist in this hierarchy at a positional ratio to everyone else, which means we're gonna move in a direction. We're gonna move down in economic ratio, or we're gonna move up in economic ratio. And so the mechanism by which we are going to move in one direction or the other is ultimately going to be relative to how we choose to create value in this moment, how we choose to create and position ourselves into the next several months, and what we do to serve our existing clients, our existing communities, and the cold market at this time. Billionaires are made in these moments of transformation. In the day-to-day choices that we're making and our tendencies to contract with fear or to expand, we are going to ultimately reorganize on this hierarchy. And it would be better for all of us if we moved up instead of down. The question that I want to pose as it relates to that, just for you to think about internally, is if I were to focus on the opportunity and if I were to focus explicitly on value creation now and into the world that will most certainly be different, what are the things I know I already could have or should have been doing that this is now an opportunity for me to take action on? Because the reality is, whatever opportunities that we see in this moment of transformation are opportunities that were present to us before this occurred, and this is acting as a catalyst for us to pick the ones that are most likely to succeed. We don't necessarily need to invent anything here. There is most certainly an opportunity for us to approach this market transformation and our own transformation from the perspective of which action is most congruent and aligned with what's meaningful and important to me, and also is likely to produce the greatest value to my existing clients, my existing community, and the customers that I haven't yet had the opportunity to serve. The economic opportunity available in our existing clients, whether it's during this time of transformation or ever, is always more valuable than the economic opportunity present in the market. So when we look at deciding what we're going to do next, what value we're going to create next, what packages, products, programs, or offers we're going to create next, what is essential here is that we first and foremost consider our existing clients as both the people who need our service the most and also the people who are going to demonstrate the greatest economic activity. It's proven statistically that increasing lifetime customer value, increasing the value of our existing clients, customers, and patients is a higher economic return and a higher economic yield than acquiring new customers. Acquiring new customers is hard. Servicing and extracting and creating additional value for our existing customers is orders of magnitude easier, and also more likely to create a fast return. The second opportunity is how to serve the existing communities we have already built. So some of us have Facebook groups, some of us have email lists, some of us have Facebook friends, some of us have Facebook page followers or Instagram followers. We already have existing communities. The next opportunity is in how we choose to serve the people already connected to us. We don't need to acquire necessarily any new audience. The question to ask is, how do I create value? How do I position an offer? How do I service the clients or the clients and the people who are already in my existing community? The third opportunity is from the perspective of our funnels and our marketing and our customer acquisition systems. If you have existing funnels running, it's likely that they need to be adapted, but we most certainly do not want to stop spending money. This is an opportunity for us to position offers to the market in a way that is different from everyone else. You do not want to be like Billy G in his marketing and just be like, hey, coronavirus is here, all my shit is $7. That's a blunt object. We want to approach the market from the perspective of addressing their concerns, which again is no different than what we should be doing all of the time. But this transformation gives us a lens, a magnifying glass on how our behaviors are really stupid most of the time. They're especially stupid now. This is the opportunity for us to really ask the question, am I saying, hey, it's coronavirus, buy my or am I saying, I understand some of the challenges and the fears that you're facing, and I'm going to help you address those, jump into those, and break them down and help you take a next action by making good decisions. Like, how caring are we being in our communication? So with all of that in mind, I want to create the space for us to ask questions which are congruent and aligned with expanding into the expansion component. We want to look for where the economic opportunity is, and we want to identify pivots that are going to be creating value that 6 months from now, as this thing begins to level off or begins to become resolved, that our economic positioning as a result of the decisions we make now is significantly different and better than it is today. You're not going to make a major financial leap in this moment. The seeds we plant right now will yield a significant economic return as this thing comes to a conclusion. We need to expand our time and space horizons to what our life is going to look like 6 months from now, 9 months from now, as a result of making really great decisions today. So we have two factors to look at. The short-term adaptability, which is really about doing what's necessary to navigate the existing crisis and absolutely no more. And then returning to the long-term field of view and thinking about what business is going to look like as the rest of the market adapts, contracts, and likely, in many cases, dies. All kinds of businesses are going to collapse. People are going to be looking to reinvent themselves. They're going to be looking to be more self-employed. They're going to be looking to ingest information. They're going to be looking to self-educate. They're going to be looking to consume information. They're all stuck at home. They're going to be stuck at home. And then there's going to be a recovery period, during which time it's going to be more likely that people step into entrepreneurship than it is that they're going to go find a job, because businesses are going to take time to spin back up and to be able to afford to hire employees. How do each of us approach the market with these variables in mind? And what variables are each of you seeing that will help our community to adapt in a way that's most congruent, most intelligent, and most likely to create value, so that we end up at a higher level of economic ratio, which means we've grown through this period. We didn't just survive, we ended up thriving.